introduce our beautiful judges, which were made mention of already. All right, Professor Jean-Claude Exulien. In our community, we call him médecin. All right, Jean-Claude Exulien knows extensively about our Haitian history. Even us as the youth, as we organize, we don't want to send out any false, false historical text. And so we have our professor right here to make sure that he corrects where we might go astray. Is it possible to fine-tune the mic for me, please? I hear a lot of echoing, some hot spots. And also, we'd like to introduce to you, she was our storyteller outside, educator as well, also a judge, Miss Nikita Lamour. Miss Nikita Lamour, all the way from Boston. All right. Now I'd like to introduce to you the teams that are involved. All right. So, St. Mary's Cathedral School 2017 Middle School Champions. All right. William H. Turner Technical Arts High School 2017 High School Champions. Y'all gotta clap louder than that. Are you serious? I'm talking about champions. Miami Northwestern Senior High, Team A and B. William H. Turner Tech also has two teams, A and B, and we'll explain more about how those teams, start going against each other. So this is going to be a speed round. This is going to be for 3 minutes. I'm going to just give you questions. I have the answers on the cards as well for the speed round, just so that I don't expire your 3 minutes. I'm not necessarily going to look to the judges for the answer yet. When we do the group, then I'll look to the judges. But for this purpose right now, I will use 3 minutes of your time to give you questions, and you'll see how much you can answer in 3 minutes, okay? I'll just say correct or incorrect as we move along. The category that I'm just gonna go with is Jean-Baptiste Point du Sable. Where was Jean-Baptiste Point du Sable born?
Saint Mark, Haiti.
What was the first city that Jean-Baptiste Point du Sable came to in the Americas?
New Orleans.
Name the cities that du Sable traveled to in the Americas.
New Orleans, Detroit, Montana, St. Charles, and Montana.
Correct. What happened to du Sable in 1778?
He was captured by the British, accused of being a spy.
Correct. Around what year was Jean-Baptiste Point du Sable born?
1745.
Correct. When did Jean-Baptiste Point du Sable die?
August 28, 1818.
Correct. When is Jean-Baptiste Point du Sable's week in Chicago?
Third full week of August.
Correct. Who gave the proclamation for du Sable week?
Mayor J. Richard Daley.
Repeat.
Mayor Richard J. Daley. Sorry.
What's the last name?
Daley.
Correct. In what year was the proclamation for du Sable week given?
1963.
Correct. What organization helped gain awareness for Jean-Baptiste Point du Sable's role as founder of Chicago?
African American Heritage Association.
Correct. What was the land that we now call Chicago called back when du Sable settled there?
It's Chicago.
Correct. Who were du Sable's parents?
He was born from a French father and a slave mother.
Correct. What did the Potawatomi call du Sable after he was married?
The Black Chief.
Correct. What is the significance of the land which du Sable chose to settle?
It was a natural trade route.
Correct. What city in Illinois did du Sable finally settle down in?
Peoria, Illinois.
All right, switching the category on you. This is Haitian flag. In what year did Dessalines tear out the white from the French blue, white, and red flag?
February 1803.
Correct. What did Dessalines tear out? Why did Dessalines tear out the white from the flag?
To symbolize independence from the French.
Correct. Who sold the first official Haitian flag?
Catherine Plante.
Correct. Where did Jean-Jacques Dessalines and Alexander Pétion call a meeting of his first officers?
Bord de la Caille.
Correct. When did Dessalines and Pétion call the meeting of his first officers?
May 14th to the 18th, 1803.
Correct. What was the meeting known as?
The Congress of Caille.
Correct. Why did Dessalines and Pétion call the meeting of his first officers?
To establish a united army under the command of José Dessalines and to adopt a new flag of independence.
Correct. Where did Chief General Dessalines go after the meeting of his first officers?
Place Dames du Bourg.
Correct. Why did he go there?
To introduce the new flag of independence.
Correct. Describe the flag that Dessalines introduced.
Blue on top, red on bottom.
Correct. What did the colors symbolize on the Haitian flag? That's
The
time.
union of
Okay.
blacks
You're
and
beating me up over here. Time. All right. Time. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together. Wow. I'd like to bring to the stage Steve Lewis. Steve? Don't kill that buzzer, all right? Was Steve in the room when I was doing this?
No.
Okay.
I only heard Armstrong's name.
All right. All right. Who founded the city of Chicago?
Jean-Baptiste Pointe-du-Sable.
Where was Jean-Baptiste Pointe-du-Sable born?
Saint-Marc,
Where was the Jean-Baptiste Pointe-du-Sable educated?
France.
Correct. What was the first city of that Jean-Baptiste Pointe-du-Sable came to the Americas?
New Orleans.
Correct. Name the cities that Dusable traveled to in the Americas.
St. Charles, St. Louis, New Orleans, and Detroit.
Correct. What happened to Dusable in 1778?
He was arrested by the British as a spy.
Correct. Around what year was Jean-Baptiste Pointe-du-Sable born?
1745.
Correct. When did Jean-Baptiste Pointe-du-Sable die?
August 28, 1818.
Correct. When did Illinois and the city of Chicago recognize Dusable as founder?
1963.
Incorrect. When is Jean-Baptiste Pointe-du-Sable's week in Chicago?
Third full week of August.
Correct. Who gave the proclamation for Dusable week?
Mayor Richard J. Dade.
Correct. In what year was the proclamation for Dusable week given?
1963.
Correct. What organization helped gain awareness for Jean-Baptiste Pointe-du-Sable's role as founder of Chicago?
The African American Heritage Association.
Correct. What was the land that we now call Chicago called back when Dusable settled there?
It's Chicago Chicago.
Correct. Who were Dusable's parents?
African slave mother and a French father.
Correct. Who did Dusable marry?
Catherine, daughter of Potawatomi chief.
Correct. When did the Potawatomi call Dusable after he was married?
Black chief.
Correct. What is the significance of the land which Dusable chose to settle?
It was part of the natural trade route.
Correct. What city in Illinois did Dusable finally settle down in?
Peoria.
Category, story of the Haitian flag. In what year did Dessalines tear out the white from the French blue, white, and red flag?
February 1803.
Correct. Why did Dessalines tear out the white from the
To
flag?
symbolize independence from France.
Correct. Who sold the first official Haitian flag?
Catherine Flon.
Correct. Where did Jean-Jacques Dessalines and Alexander Pétion call a meeting of his first officers?
Bourg de la Caille.
Correct. When did Dessalines and Pétion call the meeting of his first officers?
May 14 to May 18, 1803.
Correct. What was the meeting known as?
Congress of Caille.
Correct. Why did Dessalines and Pétion call the meeting of his first officers?
Adoption of the flag and the establishment of a united command under the supreme authority of Jean-Jacques Dessalines
Correct. Where did Chief General Dessalines go after the meeting of his first officers?
Palais d'Armes du Bourg.
Why did he go there?
To introduce the flag.
Time was up before the last question. All right, give it up, please, for Mr. Steve Lewis. All right, bye bye, pour l'autre Pierre. Oubliez femme qui monte sur scène là. Ready? Yes, you can sit down. You have 3 minutes to answer as many questions as possible. Okay? Who founded the city of Chicago?
Jean-Baptiste Pointe-du-Sable.
Correct. Where was Jean-Baptiste Pointe-du-Sable born?
Saint-Marc, Haiti.
Correct. Where was Jean-Baptiste Pointe-du-Sable educated?
France.
Correct. What was the first city that Jean-Baptiste Pointe-du-Sable came to in the Americas?
New Orleans.
Correct. Name the cities that Dusable traveled to in the Americas.
New Orleans, St. Louis, St. Charles, Detroit, and Missouri.
Correct. What happened to Dusable in 1778?
He was arrested by the British for being a spy.
Correct? Around what year was Jean-Baptiste Point du Sable born?
1765.
Incorrect. When did Jean-Baptiste Point du Sable die?
1765.
Not correct. When did Illinois and the city of Chicago recognize du Sable as founder?
1964.
Incorrect. When is Jean-Baptiste Point du Sable's week in Chicago?
Third full week of August.
Correct. Who gave the proclamation for du Sable week?
Mayor Richard J. Dade.
Correct. In what year was the proclamation for du Sable week given?
1963.
Correct. What organization helped gain awareness for Jean-Baptiste Point du Sable's role as founder of Chicago?
The African American Heritage Association.
Correct. What was the land that we now call Chicago called when du Sable settled there?
Is Chicago or Chicago?
Correct. Who were du Sable's parents?
A French father and an African slave mother.
Correct. Who did du Sable marry?
Catherine, the daughter of Potawatomi.
Correct. When did the Potawatomi call du Sable afterwards he was married?
Black chief.
Correct. What is the significance of the land which du Sable chose to settle?
It was naturally a part of the world trade.
Correct. What city in Illinois did du Sable finally settle down in?
Peoria, Illinois.
Correct. New category, story of the Haitian flag. In what year did Dessalines tear out the white from the French blue and red flag?
February 1803.
Correct. Why did Dessalines tear out the white from the flag?
Civilized independence from the French.
Correct. Who sold the first official Haitian flag?
Kathleen Flon.
Correct. Where did Jean-Jacques Dessalines and Alexander Pétion call a meeting for the first officers?
Beaujeu-Lacaille.
Correct. When did Dessalines and Pétion call the meeting of his first officers?
May 14 to May 18 of 1803.
Correct. What was the meeting known as?
Congress of Lacaille.
Correct. Why did Dessalines and Pétion call the meeting of his first officers?
A, to establish the united command of the Revolutionary Army under the supreme authority of Jean-Jacques Dessalines of the Insurrection Army, and B, to introduce the new flag, the new symbol.
That's correct, because the answer was started, and we'll take that answer. But that is time right there. Ladies and gentlemen, bravo. Yeah. I am a brightly painted bus or pickup truck that serves as a share taxi in Haiti. Who am I? Correct. I am a Haitian writer, poet, playwright, painter, musician, activist, and intellectual. As a painter, I am known for my colorful abstract work, even often emphasizing the color blue and red. Who am I? So we're not seeing the image after the who am I. So, Mr. Ragston, they're hitting the buzzer before the image comes up. The image has to come up first?
Yeah, the image is supposed to come up.
Please wait for the image to come up, even though you might know from here, you know who I'm talking about. I am a Haitian Canadian professional basketball player. I started my NBA career with the Philadelphia 76ers. I last played for the New York Knicks. I played college basketball at Seton Hall University. I won the 2009-2010 J. Walter Kennedy Citizenship Award for contributions to Haitian people after the earthquake. Who am I?
Samuel Davis D'Alembert.
Correct. I was called the ghost because I rode my white horse Bel Argent from town to town at night. Who am I? That's correct. I'm going to remind you to please wait for the image. I am a former American football linebacker and current ESPN college football analysis. I played college football at the University of Miami and was drafted by the New York Jets in the first round of 2004 NFL Draft. I won a Super Bowl championship with the New Orleans Saints. Who am I?
Jonathan Paulinus Dumas.
All right, wait for that image to come up on the screen. I will not, after this right now, I will not accept any answers before the image comes up. What's going to happen is it's going to go to the next table. If you hit the buzzer before the image comes up, then they're gonna have a chance to answer it. I was the one that introduced the first Haitian flag. Who am I? Correct? All right. I was the Prime Minister of Haiti under President Aristide. I was President of the Republic of Haiti from 1996 to 2001, and from 2006 to 2011. I was also President during the 2010 Haiti earthquake. You didn't wait for me to say, who am I? But it was clear? It was clear, right? So I need to pass it on to the next table now. And I need to let you know this is an example that if you don't, you're going to see the image. If you don't wait for me to say, who am I? And it's a race to the buzzer, we're going to have to pass it on to the next team. So I leave St. Mary's a chance to answer that. That's correct. Somebody please, somebody's keeping track, right? I played college football for the University of Georgia and received All-American honors. I was selected by the Philadelphia Eagles in the 4th round of 2006 NFL Draft, and I am currently a free agent. Who am I?
Max Jean-Pierre.
That's correct. I was born in 1932 in Port-au-Prince. During my career of 50 years, I have exhibitions all over the world, including the Guggenheim in New York. Who am I?
Jacqueline Messi Joseph.
That's correct. All right, and that is time right there. I know that was a difficult process that we went through, but give it up for the students that had to endure more than we did. I am a brightly painted bus or pickup truck that serves as a shared taxi in Haiti. Who am I? That's correct. I am a Haitian writer, poet, playwright, painter, musician, activist, and intellectual. As a painter, I am known for my colorful, abstract work, often emphasizing the color blue and red. Who am I?
Forgetting.
That's correct. Remind you that after I say who am I, buzzer. Not while I'm saying it, because then we're going to have to transfer the power over to the next team. I was the one that introduced the first Haitian flag. Who am I?
Jean-Jacques Dessalines.
Correct. I was married to Queen Anakaona. Who am I?
King Kaonabu.
That's correct. I was Prime Minister of Haiti under President Aristide. I was President of the Republic of Haiti from 1996 to 2001, and from 2006 to 2011. I was also President during the 2010 Haiti earthquake. Who am I? That's correct. I played college football for the University of Georgia and received All-American honors. I was selected by the Philadelphia Eagles in the 4th round of the 2006 NFL Draft, and I am currently a free agent. Who am I? I was born in 1932 in Port-au-Prince during my career of 50 years. That is time? All right. I'm gonna go ahead and say this last one. The picture's up. It's a race to the buzzer. I was born in 1932 in Port-au-Prince during my career of 50 years. I have exhibitions all over the world, including the Guggenheim in New York. Who am I?
Jacqueline Messi Joseph.
That is correct, and that is time right there. All right. I am a professional boxer who holds dual American and Haitian citizenship. I am a two-time. So we have to, I'll finish the question, but the other table gets a chance to answer it first. I'm a professional boxer who holds the American and Haitian citizenship. I am a two-time former welterweight world champion. I represented the U.S. at the 2003 World Championships, winning a welterweight bronze medal. I also represented Haiti at the 2004 Olympics. Who am I? Image, please. We'll pass on that. I was the mulatto general that fought Toussaint Louverture in La Guerre du Sud. Who am I? That's correct. I was a wealthy white landowner in Saint-Domingue in the 1790s that instigated a slave revolt. Who am I? This structure is found in Milo, Haiti. It was the royal residence of Roi Henri. What is it? That's correct. I am a Haitian-born American. I play offensive guard for the Buffalo Bills. I was drafted by the New York Jets in the second round of the 2010 NFL Draft. Who am I? I was a prolific Haitian artist-writer. I was born in Port-au-Prince and studied at the Haitian School of Agronomy, in which I received a degree in law. I began painting in my early years, and by my early 30s, I was also the author of one book, La Casse de Dambala. Who am I? I was the Haitian president that formed the National Security Volunteers, aka the Totomakouts, and I changed the flag in 1964 to black and red. Who am I? That's correct. We are the all-black regime from Haiti that fought in the American Revolution. Who are we? Go ahead, chasseur. Will we accept that? Is that's okay? Okay, all right. I am a Haitian-born NFL outside linebacker. I was signed by the New Orleans Saints as an undrafted free agent in 2010. I have also played for the Washington Redskins. Who am I? I was a slave from plantation of Duclos, who later became the first emperor of Haiti. Who am I? I was a Roman Catholic priest and first democratically elected president. I was elected president of Haiti twice. Both administrations were overthrown. Who am I? Let her answer that. Go ahead. Okay, you know what you're saying. All right. And that is time right there. Give it up. Give it up for our round. I'm going to ask the question, and you guys just go for it. Whoever knows the answer hits the buzzer first, and we'll continue like that. These rounds of 3 minutes have different categories. I'll give you the category before I change them. All right? This first category is Pre-Columbian Period. Which ruler paid for Christopher Columbus's voyage in 1492?
Queen Isabella I of Castile.
We're looking for the judges now for the nod. Just give me a nod so that I can continue. The island of Hispaniola, Haiti, Dominican Republic, was divided into how many kingdoms?
5 kingdoms.
That's correct. What does Hispaniola mean?
Little Spain.
That's correct. Name the 5 Taino kingdoms.
Magua, Maguana, Zaragua, Iguayu.
Okay, all right.
That's correct. Who occupied the island of Hispaniola, Haiti, before Spain arrived?
Tainos, Arabs, and the Caribs.
That's correct. What does the word Haiti, Haiti, mean in the native language of the Taino Indians? That was hit before I was finished the question. We have to pass it on to the next table. You guys have a chance to answer it. Yes.
Mountainous land.
That's correct. Who is Anacaona?
Native queen of Haiti and sister to Jagua Boigo.
That's correct. What event led to Anacaona being chief?
The death of her brother Boigo.
That's correct. What does Anakawana mean?
Golden flower.
That's correct. When was Anakawana born?
1474.
That's correct. Did Anakawana have any children?
Yes, she did, 2. Yes, she did. No, it was only 1. Igwemota.
That's correct. Who was her husband?
Kawanabo.
That's correct. What kingdom did King Kawanabo rule over?
Marion,
That's correct. When Queen Anakawana and King Kawanabo married, what happened to their kingdoms?
Their kingdom joined together.
That's correct. What year did Christopher Columbus land in Haiti?
1492.
That's correct. What part of the island did Columbus land on?
Northwestern. Most Nicola.
That's correct.
That's correct. Why did Columbus fear Kawanabo?
He feared that Kawanabo would start an organized revolt against him.
Okay, that's correct. And that is that round right there. Okay. So, this category is 2 cents. You bet you. All right. Hands flat on the table for me, please. Who was 2 cents' grandfather?
King Gaudino,
All right.
That's correct. What is 2 cents' birthday?
May 20th, 1746.
That's correct. Where in Africa was 2 cents' grandfather ruler?
Benin Daobi,
Why was 2 cents considered a doctor?
he knew a lot about medicinal herbs.
That's correct. 2 cents learned medicine from whom? Wait, the buzzer was hit before I finished the question. We had to pat. Who hit the buzzer? Who hit the buzzer while I was saying the question? You did? So then we have to give it to the other table. 2 cents learned medicine from whom?
His grandfather.
My grandfather.
What was the answer again?
His grandfather.
His grandfather?
I would think he's from his father. Okay. From his father.
So we pass it on to the other.
Godfather and father.
That's correct.
He said the answer.
There was no discrepancy, right? You said grandfather, and the answer is father and godfather. And
But he said the answer though.
I said Godfather and father.
right, that was the answer. Godfather and father was the answer. He said it after you said it incorrectly. You said grandfather, right?
Yeah, but he answered the question, so they heard the answer from him.
Oh, that's true. You are correct. You're right about that. So we'll take that out.
He didn't say Godfather. He didn't say Godfather.
He said father.
He said father.
And
Father.
that's one of
He
the
said
answers.
Godfather, father. That's not the same as well. These are two different
He learned
things.
medicine from his father. From his father.
And he knew the answer anyway. He did know.
Okay. So you said father and godfather? So we'll take, since he said father and you repeated father, but godfather we'll take. Okay? Is that fair? All right. How many sons did 2 cents have?
2, Isaac, black and biological, and plus Sid, stepson of the Lord.
That's correct. Who were his sons?
Isaac and plus Sid,
Exactly. Correct.
That's correct. When was 2 cents appointed Governor General for life?
May 9th, 1801.
That's correct. All right, that's time? All right, and that is time. All right, give it up. 3 minutes. The round is 3 minutes. I need you to keep your hands flat. The category is Haitian involvement in the American Revolutionary War. What was the siege of Savannah? Wait, she hit it. Oh, you reset it that fast? Okay. You hit the green, you hit it first. Go ahead. We just reset it and then he hit it again, but go ahead.
This,
8 seconds expired. I have to pass it on.
It was the battle in which the Allied forces suffered the largest casualties.
What was the question?
The question was, what was the siege of Savannah?
Oh, that's correct.
All right, that's correct. When did the siege of Savannah take place?
October 9th, 1779.
Correct.
That's correct. I want to remind you again to wait for me to finish saying the question. How long did the siege of Savannah last?
6 weeks.
That's correct. What was the largest unit of African descendants to fight in the Revolutionary War?
Les chasseurs volontaires de Saint-Domingue.
That's correct. Please keep your hands flat. When was the Chasseurs Volontaires de Saint-Domingue formed?
1779.
That's correct. Under whose command was the Chasseurs Volontaires de Saint-Domingue formed?
Henri Joseph Chevalier de Forestier.
It's good.
Okay, correct. Who led the Chasseurs Volontaires de Saint-Domingue in the siege of Savannah? We're going to have to pass it on to the other table. Who led the Chasseurs Volontaires de Saint-Domingue in the siege of Savannah? Eight seconds has expired. We pass it back to.
Admiral Valéry d'Estaing.
Correct.
That's correct. Who made up the ranks of the Chasseurs Volontaires de Saint-Domingue?
Freed black and mulattoes who volunteered for the expedition.
That's correct.
That's correct. How many Les Chasseurs Volontaires de Saint-Domingue were there to be said?
Can you repeat the question, please?
How many Les Chasseurs Volontaires de Saint-Domingue were there said to be?
800.
That's correct. What position was Les Chasseurs Volontaires assigned in the siege of Savannah?
They were assigned to the rear guard position.
That's correct. Keep your hands flat. What was Les Chasseurs Volontaires de Saint-Domingue credited for doing?
For saving the Allied force as they retreated.
That's correct. What percentage of the Franco-American army did Les Chasseurs Volontaires de Saint-Domingue make up?
10%.
That's correct. What happened to Les Chasseurs Volontaires that they were captured by the British Navy?
All right. They were made prices of war and sold into slavery.
Well, that's correct, and we'll let them have that point because it started to answer before time was up. Say again? All right, so Northwestern stays, and whose turn to tech goes to the back, please. Bravo, bravo. So we already have one team in the finals. This round determines who's the second one in the finals. What we here?
No, they reset the.
Yeah, we said the things, okay. Hands flat, please. This round is 3 minutes. The category is National Anthem. Recite first verse of the Haitian National Anthem in French or English.
Pour le pays, pour les ancestors. Sing it?
Okay.
Do I sing it? Pour le pays, pour les ancestors.
Say that to her.
First verse.
The whole thing.
Verse.
Good.
That's good?
Good.
If we all agree that's good, that's good. At the beginning was good? All right. She's looking at me like, hey. All right. Who wrote the national anthem of Haiti?
Justin Levinson.
Good.
That's correct. Who composed the national anthem of Haiti?
Nicolas Gaffard.
Chiffre. Good.
That's correct. The national anthem of Haiti is also known as 8 seconds is passed up.
La Dessalines here.
That's right.
That's correct. When was the national anthem of Haiti adopted?
1904.
That's right.
That's correct.
That's right.
We're going to go to Dessalines, Yassou, and Jean-Francois. When was Dessalines decreed Governor General for life?
January 1st, 1801.
No. No. 1801? No.
That's incorrect.
Incorrect.
What year was Haiti's first constitution adopted?
1805.
1805.
That's correct. How did Britain assist with Dessalines' defeat of Napoleon?
They formed a blockade around French supplies, cutting them off.
That's right.
That's correct. What year did Dessalines die?
$1801.
No. No.
Oh,
Because that was answered, we let the other team see if they can answer that correctly. What year did Dessalines die? We will pass on that. How did Dessalines die?
he was killed by his own troops.
Hmm?
How did Dessalines die?
He was
The
killed.
answer was
He was killed by his own troops.
Dis la pas compris.
he was killed by his own troops.
Yeah.
That's correct. Where was Dessalines killed?
At Pont Rouge.
That's correct. When did George Biassou die?
July 14, 1801.
That's correct. Where did George Biassou die?
St. Augustine.
Good.
That's correct. What distinction does George Biassou hold in U.S. history?
First black general to fight for the U.S.
That's correct. And that is time. Wrap it up. Category is presidents. What two individuals were president of Haiti at the same time?
Eric Christophe and Odrigo.
That's correct.
What?
Wait. Check his up.
I'm wrong.
Henri Christophe and Alexandre Pétion.
That's correct. You did. You go. What? You go.
So the correct answer is Christophe and Pétion.
That's correct.
All right. So,
Yeah.
Steve. Okay. All right. Gotcha. Which key Haitian leaders preceded the first presidents of Haiti, and what were their titles? We have to pass Steve. Who's next to hit the buzzer?
Not me.
Not you?
I didn't hear the question. Can you repeat it?
Armstrong, can you answer that? What key Haitian leaders preceded the first presidents of Haiti, and what were their titles?
Jean-Jacques Dessalines as Emperor, Jean-Jacques Dessalines as Governor for life,
That's right.
and Toussaint Louverture as Governor for life.
Correct.
That's correct. What are the names of the father and son who were presidents of Haiti?
Jean-Claude and François Duvalier.
That's right.
That's correct. Who is Jean-Bertrand Haïti?
He was a former president of Haiti and also a Catholic priest.
That's correct. We're going to go to another category, U.S. occupation of Haiti. What year did U.S. occupy Haiti?
July 1914 to August 1935.
That's correct. What U.S. president was in office at the onset of the U.S. occupation of Haiti?
Woodrow Wilson.
That's correct. What U.S. president was in office at the end of the U.S. occupation?
Franklin D. Roosevelt.
That's incorrect.
Repeat. Question.
Stenio Vincent.
What U.S. president was in office at the end of the U.S. occupation?
No. 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 Rosa, no, Rosa.
That's, okay, all right. So he's correct. What Haitian president was in office during the end of the U.S. occupation of Haiti?
Daniel Vincent.
Correct.
That's correct. What ethnic community controlled about 80% of the international commerce in Haiti prior to the U.S. occupation of Haiti?
A small German community of about 200.
That's right.
That's correct. What role did this German community play leading up to the U.S. occupation?
They funded the Haiti's many revolutions.
That's correct. During the U.S. occupation, what was the major reason that the Haitian Constitution was replaced?
Oh yeah, to allow foreign ownership of land.
That's correct.
The U.S. labeled the occupation as what type of mission?
A mission to establish peace and order.
That's correct. During the U.S. occupation of Haiti, what major institutions did the U.S. control?
Okay. Haitian custom houses, banks, and the National Treasury.
That's correct. During the occupation, 40% of the national income was used to repay loans from what two countries?
The United States and France.
That's right.
That's correct. What effects did the occupation have on Haiti?
Centralized powers in Port-au-Prince. They paved the roads, they built the irrigation canals, and schools were also built.
That's correct. Next category is Alexander Dumas. What author of Haitian descent wrote The Three Musketeers?
Alexandre Dumas.
That's correct. Some of the story of The Three Musketeers was written about whom?
Alexandre Dumas' father.
That's correct. Alexander Dumas' father was also known as who?
General Dumas.
That's correct. What famous leader did General Dumas fight for?
Napoleon Bonaparte.
That's right.
That's correct. What other famous novels did Alexander Dumas write?
The Count of Monte Cristo.
That's correct. What do we know about Alexander Dumas' mother?
She was an African slave mother. She was African slave. She was a slave, Suzette Dumas. Louis Suzette Dumas.
That's correct. All right. One for W.E.B. Du Bois. What famous African-American scholar who founded the NAACP was of Haitian descent? Who wants to?
Web Dubois.
WEB. That's correct. Yes. This category is Negmawa. What does Negmawa mean?
Brown men, black maroon.
That's correct. That's the time right there. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, at this time, I'd like to introduce to you Samaris Sam Clayton. Comment c'est bravo pour lui, s'il vous plaît.
I wasn't born in Haiti, but Haiti was born in me. I'm a first-generation Haitian who was also a product of immigrant migration. My parents came here, searching for a better life. Seeking salvation, they moved to the States, a risk many are willing to take, but still had the fear of acknowledging my true Haitian culture. All in a while, still in denial of all the rich history Haiti had to offer to the world. But it was until my teens that I found out Haiti was the first Black independent nation of the world, and the entities who were considered the first. And no more will I be ashamed and denounce my ancestors. I wasn't born in Haiti, but Haiti was born in me.
As I said when we began this this year's History B competition earlier today. Everyone here is a winner already. I know a lot of people were rooting for St. Mary, but Steve Speed, man, I mean, frankly, I just think I wish I could give everybody a gold medal, a platinum, all the finalists, but it is the way it is. But the spirit of competition is strong, and I'm sure you can understand these are two very brilliant team of competitors. As a community leader and as a former teacher, let me say this, one small observation, okay? And I think the teachers and some of the parents who are here can help with this. At the beginning of the competition, I realized that some of the students told us their names, and I could not even understand what the names were. Okay? It's because they're trying to tell their names in English. We'll understand that names are not translated from language to language. It is what it is. You never hear Professor Jean-Claude Exulien's name being repeated as Jean-Claude Exulien after 41 years. So if you've been around me, you know I encourage people to call me Jean Monestime, because you recognize one's culture by your name, your food, and all your other customs. All right? And I've never, whether the person is European or Hispanic or Haitian, when they go to a restaurant to order Haitian food, I never somebody call griot lechon. It's griot. I never hear someone says tasso, give me some tassot. It's tasso. So the children must be proud, you know, to pronounce their name as it was given to them. So not anything else. So I hope they're listening, that they understand, and we can learn from our Hispanic cousins here. Jorge Gonzalez's name is Jorge Gonzalez. It's never something else. Juan Pablo is never Jean Paul. It's always Juan Pablo. So we need to learn that and encourage our children to not acculturate, but to assimilate. Is that correct? Teachers, that's what it is, right? Okay, so lessons learned, because this is about history. So if you want to be my friend, please call me by my name. Because I often, though I'm an American of Haitian descent, or you can call me a Haitian American, but when my mom gave birth, and my mom and my dad gave me that name, they didn't speak English. So they would not have named me Jean Monestime. Make sense? So to honor them and to honor this heritage that they kind of like shared with me, you know, especially they're no longer here, the name they gave me is Jean Monestime. Thank you so very much.
And I think we, you know, Wyclef Jean shared the same sentiments. You know, he said, don't call him Wyclef Jean. And I think that there's a movement. The people are also trying to change that way with the way we say Haiti in English. I think Haiti is a name that can be translated also, and I think we're moving closer to anytime we see Haiti, we don't say Haiti because it's Haiti. And even the name of our country can't be changed or translated. But we're working with that, and we'll see how the movement happens. All right, so for excellent achievement of 3.5 to 3.9 grade point average, I'd like to call Melissa Plateau from Oak Grove Elementary, 4th grade in academics. She's not here at the moment, but she has a representative that will Okay, the representative is going to come. And she's coming. Oak Grove Elementary. Yes.
What's the name again? Anglais? Anglais. Andre, okay. Mozi Andre. Andre.
And Mozi Andre? Wozi Andre. Wow. Okay. Wozi Andre? I just couldn't hear. Thank you so much for accepting the award for Melissa Plateau, Oak Grove Elementary, 4th grade. All right. Sandriana Loriston, Oak Grove Elementary. If she wasn't Haitian, she is now. Sandriana Loriston, Oak Grove Elementary, 4th grade, academics, 3.7 grade point average. By the way, Melissa Plateau had a 3.5 grade point average. All right. Oak Grove Elementary is the second school in Dade County teaching Haitian Creole. Ladies and gentlemen, bravo. Second school after Morningside teaching Haitian Creole. All right. Next, we'd like to recognize Esther Alexander from Morningside, K through 8 Center, Academics and Leadership, 3.8 grade point average. And Esther is here. Esther, walk that walk, girl. That's incredible. 3.8 grade point average. Yes. And next to be recognized is Samara Sams Clayton, St. Mary's, 8th grade, Academics and Athletics and Arts and Leadership, 3.9 grade point average. Samara. That's Haitian right there. That's Haitian. 100%. That's the moment I parle, right? And of course, the moment là, cheering her on, of course. Besoin de ça. Need more parent support. I wasn't born in Haiti. Haiti was born in me. I did something this I that. All right. Now for the exemplary achievements of 4.0 and higher. Tashia Mezidor, William H. Turner, Tech, 12th grade, Academics, Community Service, 4.1 grade point average. Whoa. Miss Mezidor, you make us very proud. Thank you so much for studying so hard and representing us on a higher scale. I see how, man. Warnal Gentil, William H. Turner Tech, 12th grade, Academics, Community Service, Leadership, 4.1 grade point average. And he has a representative coming, Warnal Gentil Patala. Josia, but his teacher came to pick it up, this prestigious award. I wish I knew all of the teachers' names. Congratulations, Warnal Gentil. Yes. Next to be recognized is Naomi Desir, Miami Northwestern, 12th grade, academics, community service, and leadership with a 4.1 grade point average. Look at Naomi go. Congratulations. Our Haitian sisters are doing it. Next to be recognized is Tamara Aristide, Miami Northwestern, 12th grade, academics, athletics, and leadership. 4.3 grade point average. Congratulations, Tamara. It is better saying it in Creole instead of Tamara, you know? Tamara. Yeah. It just seems like more. Congratulations, Tamara. Next to be recognized is Lords Pierre, Northwestern, 12th grade, academics, athletics, and leadership. Sunday week, 4.6 grade point average. I know she's not on Instagram. Well, I gotta get 4.6 if you have such Instagram trolling. She's studying. Okay, and we do have honorable mentions. I see a school I used to sub at. Wow, okay. This is where I started my teaching. Honorable mention goes to Jocelyn Maridius. Did I say that right? What's it, Jocelyn? Jocelyn Maridius, Natural Bridge, 5th grade, leadership. Jocelyn La?
No.
Okay. Let her know we have her award for her. All right? Marie Louis, is there another natural? Marie Louis Gamal Fede. That's who you're at? All right. We're going to hold the awards. That's also Natural Bridge. They're both in 5th grade. Même si yo pas là, suivant yo l'école. You know, so on nous bat bravo pour yo. Amen. Okay.
All right, this last honorable mention is a young man I've had the pleasure of actually teaching. This young man has always, since day one, put forth maximum effort. But also, when he fell short, he always maintained an attitude and kept on striving. I had an opportunity to attend a service where this young man was actually leading the service in church. And that kind of showed me the type of young people that we have in our midst. And if we don't nurture these young people, if we don't spotlight these young people, they're going to fall to the wayside because this country is going to eat them up. And there's tons and tons of stories. So this last individual, honorable mention, Mr. Armstrong Theophil.
Armstrong, we are extremely proud of you. When Armstrong came in, he said he was studying. He didn't have that much sleep. Armstrong is serious about his Haitian history.
go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. One more.
I got chills right now. What's the first thing you're gonna do on front? You're gonna go sleep with your awards? Okay, the teacher. Yes. Why not? Wait, I need to get in this. Wait a minute. Mettez là dans tous, please.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. One more.
Congratulations again. All right. So at this time, hopefully the schools are still here. Every school is a winner in our book. All right. Everybody that participated, that came out here and made this a colorful event during this month of May. We know that we're not only Haitian in the month of May, we're Haitian throughout the year, 24/7, 365, 7 jours, 24/24, c'est Haïtien mouillé. All right. I'd like to bring to the stage Nerlon Balsin, 11th grade. Please come to the stage. Est-ce que nous là toujours? From William H. Turner Tech. I know that there were some schools that had to go back to school. But on est là toujours. Nerlon Balsin. Est-ce que Jeff Charles là? Jeff Charles? Can somebody come if it's the same school? Nerlon Balsin, could you please accept, maybe a teacher or something like that can accept for Nerlon Balsin? Okay. Oh, Nerlon's here. Oh my God. I say Jeff Charles? Jeff Charles. What about Gabe Jensen Poissilien? I know I didn't say that right. How do you say your name? Jensen. Okay. Francilien. 9th grade. All right. Ragston, can I speak to you for a moment?
Yes, sir.
After your picture, of course. We'd also like to give awards to Lotz Pierre, 12th grade, Miami Northwestern Senior High. Camara Aristide. Christopher Rochelle, 10th grade. Naomi Desir. Just keep coming down, just come on down. Lotz Pierre, Tamara Aristide, Christopher Rochelle, Naomi Desir, Melissa Joubert, Blifka Lewis. Come on, Blifka.
She's not here.
She's not here? Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on.
Stand by the commissioner. Stand by the commissioner. No, by the commissioner. Ready?
we have the winners. I will introduce second place. Ladies and gentlemen, second place of the 7th Annual Haitian History B is St. Mary's Cathedral School, who were also the 2017 middle school champions. They have come in second place, which is still a high achievement, a very, very high achievement.
Ready, 1, 2, 3, 1.
Is that boomerang? I know boomerang. Okay. All right. And ladies and gentlemen, for the first place winners. The winner, school team of the 7th Annual Haitian History B is Turner Tech Team 1. The winners got an iPad thanks to the Miami Dolphins, one of our partners. One of our sponsors. Guys, you guys got like 3 iPads now? One mute now. This bitch right here. All right. Remember, we did an individual. Oh, you good? Yes, yes. Yeah, you're going to come live. You're going to leave me out. No, you're good, guys. You guys already won. Sound a little call. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is for the individual. If you remember, we had the individuals going. We're going to give them trophies also. So, let's see if I'm reading this correctly. Okay. So, in second place, for the individual speed rounds, to see who knew the most Haitian history, ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for our own Armstrong Theophile, who came in second place. Armstrong, go back here for last time. You want us to wave again? No waves, no waves. I like waving. All right. And for the winner, number 1 of the individual speed round, ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for the buzzer breaker, Menlou Dwight Long, Steve Lewis, our next commissioner.
Ready? Mecca. Ready? 1, 2.
Take that with you. Good reason. We're waving. Hey! Hey, 7th Annual Haitian History B, here with the judges, here with the commissioner. Let's go! All right.
I feel like today was a good day because a lot of people had come and learned about Haitian history. I felt like I made enough significant impact to make all the people from Haitian descent here know more about their history. And today was a good day for that.
This is my proudest moment of being a Haitian, of Haitian descent, for the fact that not only do I learn about my history, I also learn about how we got involved into the independence of many other nations, including the United States that I live in right now. So that gives me pride, and that makes me feel as if I'm home. I'm currently home right now. So yeah.
Always keeping the commissioner
Yeah, coming to this competition, ever since our sophomore year, we not only hope to win, but we also hope to learn a lot from this experience. And after 3 years of winning it 3 times in a row, we can truly say that we have learned a lot about our culture, about that our culture defines who we are and how we should preserve it and pass it on to the next generation. So thank you for giving us this opportunity to learn more about ourselves, and we will use that lesson that we've learned to contribute later on to the Haitian community. Thank you.
Well, I enjoyed being a judge today. This is my 3rd or 4th time coming from Boston to be part of the History Bee. So every time that I come, I learn something new. And I'm also excited that you have students and you have teachers, who are very interested to teach history. The students are interested to learn, are eager to learn. You could tell that the way they were responding to the questions, the eagerness that they demonstrated when they were pressing the button. So they really put their heart into learning what to do today. So I really enjoy being here, and I like the fact that the kids are excited, the organizers are excited, the commissioner, everybody is really excited about history, because if we don't know history, we are apt to repeat the mistakes of yesteryear.
Well, it's quite a fulfilling moment when we experience the knowledge of these students and Haitian history. So we do pray that it's not just increasing knowledge in Haitian history, but in any other aspects of their education. But it was demonstrated today here during the 7th annual Spiritual Bee, Haitian History Bee, that these children, they are engaged in their education, they are committed to learning, and they are champions.
Bonjour, bonjour, bon bagay, ou konen kote nou ye kounya. This is the 7th annual Haitian History Bee that we've been having in Little Haiti. We had a great crowd. We had some exemplary students really get some extraordinary awards for having high grade point averages. But most of all, we had teams go out, schools go against each other to see who knew the most Haitian history. And this year, Turner Tech came out on top, all right? So we want to give it up for Turner Tech, to being the winners of the 7th annual Haitian History Bee. St. Mary's came in 2nd place, and so we want to salute them. All of our students are winners. All of the participants are winners. They all got trophies. They all got awards. And it's an extreme honor for me to host this event year in, year out, because it lets me know that our children and our students are learning.
All right, today we've just completed the 7th annual Haitian Heritage Month History Bee and the Exemplary Student Recognition Ceremony. This year we had students from Miami-Dade County who participated and did a phenomenal job. We're excited for what happened today, but we're even more excited about the things that are going on that's going to be taking place in the future. We're looking forward to talking to the young people. We're looking forward to working with more young people and exploring and sharing our Haitian culture and our Haitian heritage. History is a clock that people use to tell their political and cultural time of day. So history lets you know where you are, but also history lets you know where you're going. So if you don't know where you've been, you will not have an idea of where it is that you're going. We're excited with collaborating with many more years with Commissioner Jean Monestine and his staff. Without their support, this would not be possible. And I'd like to thank them, as well as Mecca, aka Grimo, for all his relentless work. And I'd like to thank the schools for participating.